All right, guys, we're back on the red carpet, and I'm here with definitely a familiar face, familiar build. My man Herb Williams. Herb, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Good day of golf. A little chilly for me. I'm used to being down in that Florida weather, but anytime a good cause, raise some money, help some people out. Flew in today, and guess what? I'm flying out today.
Oh yeah, and definitely a little chilly for me, man. Like about an hour ago, I had to put on some underwear. I was like chilling out there, commando. But how did you enjoy the entire day? I know you and John Starks were playing together, longtime friends. But we're here today for Par4Peace, which is obviously an organization that's trying to show awareness of gun violence. How important is that, do you think, to the community and what Eric Ford is bringing in today?
I mean, if you look at what's going on around the country nowadays, and I mean, they say, it's mental, this is mental health. Most of the people are mentally crazy that you shoot the gun. But hey, I don't like to get into politics or anything like that, but I don't know what an AR-15 was made for.
Exactly.
Maybe you can tell me what it was made for, because I know you don't shoot animals with it.
I have a problem shooting water guns at balloons. I think you have to be a little mentally unstable to walk up to a school of kids and actually do something like that. But it's obviously a bigger problem now in the world with mental health as well that plays into that. But it's very important that we have organizations like this today, because back in the day when me and you were growing up, we didn't have organizations like this to explain to us the significance of gun violence and violence in general. Now, this organization doing what they're doing, on a side note, everybody wants me to ask, what do you think about what's going on right now with your team and how great they are right now? I mean, it's a blessing. What has it been, 10 years now that we're coming back?
It's been a while, but that place was rocking and rolling the other night. The fans was going crazy. I'm sure the floor was shaking, and I'm telling you, there's nothing in this league like being in the Garden where the fans get to erupting, and they get to doing what they was doing the other night. This city explodes.
Yep, and I agree with you completely, man. And I think you know firsthand because you were on that court years and years, and they were cheering for you just as loud back in the day. And I'm glad Knicks are back, and I'm glad to be able to interview you today, man, because a legend in itself and a humble man in itself, you're a mentor to the game, and we're happy to have you here at the Par4Peace tournament in Floral Park.
Thanks for having me. Had a great time today. Like I said, just a little chilly, and like you were saying before, when me and you were coming up, it was more fist fight. You barely heard about somebody going to get a gun to shoot somebody, but as time evolved, things get more and more aggressive. Fist fighting went out the window, shooting came in the window. So, hopefully we can make awareness, because a lot of the kids that's doing the shooting, guess what? Even though you might kill this kid, guess what? You lose your life too. Because if you caught, now you in jail for the rest of your life too. Sometimes they don't think about that. So you got to make them aware, like, hey, listen, there's consequences for that stuff that you do. So before you pull that trigger, you better be thinking about what you're doing, especially here in New York City. Because in New York City, even if you get caught with the gun, that's 5 off the rip.
Definitely.
So there's always consequences. And in the environment they grow up in, sometimes it's tough. Because I know when I used to go speak to kids, you tell them, when we was dealing with drugs, you said, just say no. And they said, yeah, you could just say no because you go somewhere else.
That's right.
You go to the suburbs. But we dealing with this every day.
That's right.
So it's tough, and I understand that. But that's where we at now. So I think we need to improve our schools in there in the city. We need to improve the housing. We need to put more businesses in there. We need to do more things for recreation. When we grew up, we had like football, basketball, so you got to play sports. So even the guys that you might have had beefs with or you didn't like, you play sports with, so you learn to get along with. And now I think all that's taken out of the school, so it's something missing. So they don't have anything to do, so they get lost. But, hey, hopefully we can get back to where we was before.
I think one day we're going to get back, and hopefully we'll see it in our lifetime. But everything you just said, I hope everybody listens to it. Guys, if you don't know, again, this is my man Herb Williams, Knick legend, right here at the Par4Peace golf court, presented by Life Camp, right here in Floral Park.
How you doing? This is Herb Williams, former player of the Knicks, former coach of the Knicks. I'm here for Par4Peace, Life Camp, make awareness about the gun violence. We had a good time today, and hopefully we can bring awareness to some people.